Oh yeah. Woo! Look at this. Oh, what is up, YouTube adventure family? Today, in the middle of Colorado, right smack dab in the middle of the Colorado Rockies, we're gonna take, that's right, we're gonna take the Power Goat V2 by Goat Power Bikes out on a review test run. We've got this bike basically tweaked. We've got the suspension dialed in. We've got the brakes dialed in. We've got all the controls dialed in. Everything tightened, double checked, triple checked, all that. So we're gonna take this big bad boy, possibly for the first review on YouTube of this bike. I'm super stoked, in us at the Colorado Adventure Channel are even more stoked to bring you a review of possibly one of the coolest bikes out there and absolutely the best deal for the money out there on a 60 volt e-bike. Let's take the Power Goat V2 by Goat Power Bikes on a ride, and let's talk about what it can offer you. Let's get on this bad boy and take a ride. Let's go. All right, let's hit start on this. Bam. This thing's got the key thing, so there's that. And then we do that. That holds down that. The headlight automatically has like a dim that comes on. So it comes on to a dim. And we're gonna, let's go ahead and knock this puppy up to mode 3 here. All right, let's peel on out. Woo! Now this thing, this isn't your average e-bike, and some would argue it's not even an e-bike, even though it's got pedals and it's got 7 gears. It's got a Shimano derailleur, Shimano gear shifter. But some would argue it's not an e-bike at all. I'm gonna stay on the bike path since we're doing a review here, and we just want to see how it does on the bike path, because I want to kind of rate it on the bike path as well. And we could get like a couple test runs here and see exactly how this little beast does. And I've got the GPS on here, and I'm seeing we're actually going a little bit faster on the GPS than what the speedometer on the e-bike says. So that's kind of crazy. So it's a little bit off. A little bit off. It's like a mile off. Maybe less than a mile. So pretty accurate. I'm glad that they've got the accuracy on a lot of these e-bikes dialed in. I'm glad that Goat just about has everything dialed in on this bike, to be honest with you. It's a mighty fine e-bike. I mean, it's 60 volts. It's a monster, so it's not for everybody. And I do want to stress that, you know, this e-bike's not for everybody. Just like even a 48 volt might not be for everybody. You know, Grandma might want, or Aunt Betty might want, you know, a 36 volt, or a smaller frame bike. Little Timmy might want a 36 volt because he's only, you know, 10 years old. So, you know, there's volts for everybody. Like I said in my last video that I did before I did the unboxing of the Goat Power Goat, you know, it's kind of like everything. So 48 volts even a little sketchy for some people, but like 52 volt is sketchy for some people. So just imagine 60 volt, this thing, I mean, look at that, just jets up the hill. It goes fast. This thing would go over 30 miles an hour up that hill, but we'll do a hill climb test later, not on the bike path. I don't want to, you know, be seen on the bike path as being the e-bike guy that speeds on the bike path. I don't know. And it reminds me a lot of like Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome kind of deal, because it's all black and just all crazy looking, and seems like it can handle just anything with that front and rear suspension. I mean, I wouldn't say that this is like a dirt bike.
This isn't like a bike that you'd want to like just take, you know, single track dirt bike or motocross. It's not bad. But like if you went camping and you got like some gravel roads and dirt roads and shit, I mean, I think this bike is like just gonna have a really good time cruising around on those type of roads. It's on down through, doing some construction. Oh man, what a beautiful day. But as far as cruising, I'm digging it. It just takes a little getting used to the throttle because you just can't give it a lot. Because mode 1, you're just not going to really get enough throttle, in my opinion, and not enough pedal assist. And then level 2, pedal assist is just going to take off way too much, and the throttle, you're just kind of, you know, you're just kind of pumping it a little here and there. And this direct drive motor, you can tell, just kind of begs for more than, you know, just that. Anyways, we'll do a little off-road test up here as we go through the town of Minturn here in a minute. We're not really like, you know, going in the woods or whatever, but this is a very rough road. This is called the Boneyard, so here comes the Boneyard test for the Power Goat from Goat Power Bikes. And it's a beast. It comes with some decent tires. They look like they're all-terrain, all-weather type tires. And they seem to be handling really nicely. Suspension seems to be handling really nice. It's got a pretty bulky triple tree suspension to come stock on an e-bike first off. And this dual rear suspension, double spring air shock system that they've got on this monster, I'm telling you right now, is freaking fabulous. And I can see where the stiffness and the padding in this seat is softening up some already, kind of like a baseball mitt. And that's just on a couple rides, so that's really good. So it's just that's usually a sign of quality, because if you know, like leather belts or like good baseball mitts or whatever, it takes a while to soften them up, break them in. But once they do, they're just really awesome. All right. Let's dash on through here. This is some rougher terrain right here. Just glides right through it. Check this out. That's just like a washboard basically that we just went on. Like a big, rocky, bumpy, ridgy, freaking awesome. All right. Let's cruise on down through, Oh, look at the river today. Let's see what's going on with the Rio. How beautiful. This river, man. This river is good for the soul. Oh, this e-bike is good for the soul. We went 3.91 miles, top speed of 28, just cruising. And it looks like, how many volts have we got? Oh yeah, we've got 65.3 volts left. This thing charges high on the volts, just so you know. I know it says 60 volts, man. It charges really close to that. It comes close to 70 volts fully charged, is all I'm gonna say. Look at that. What a great view, huh? Sometimes it's coming down here. I go fishing a lot down here, but sometimes, especially when I live down here in Minturn, I just come down here a lot. You can see up here is Meadow Mountain. There's a cabin up there, a cabin up there. That used to be a big lettuce plantation farm area, and then when the railroad was open way back in the day, they used to come and pack it up with heads of lettuce. That was a main thing coming out of Minturn. I mean, there's other things that's coming out of Minturn. Man, there's a lot of sheep farming going on. There was potatoes and onions down the road in Edwards and Avon. Avon had onions. Edwards had a lot of potatoes, I think it was. anyways, blah, blah, blah. Oh, let's go through here. Spin around in the dirt a little bit here, where it's off the beaten trail, more of a side trail, a little bit rougher, more unpredictable terrain for sure. As you can see, it gets a little ridgety. And then I'll kind of just dab a little bit there with my legs. All right. So we're going to do a dead stop here. We won't get that way. We won't have much momentum. These tires aren't as grippy as like some of the other tires, like even some of the stock ones that come with the knobbies on them. They're not as grippy, but you know, whatever. It's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of weight. So we're gonna see what it could do. I bet I don't even have to give it full throttle just to fly up that thing, to be quite honest with you. So, you know, I'm gonna pick my line here, you know, it's like dirt biking, and we'll just see what it has. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 110 Newton meters of torque, and it's just, that was not even a challenge. It's not even a challenge. Even on the big bumps, really not too bad on the biscuits. As Shreddy McSkate would say. Not too bad. So there's the off-road test. We get some like speed tests now, hopefully. I'm gonna put this thing in third gear. We're on the road now. All right, let's go. Now this is Minturn. This is the town that I lived in for the most part, or at least half the time that I've lived in Colorado, 7 years here. Right off Pine Street. As all my friends definitely know that. So we're just cruising at the speed limit right now, 23 miles an hour. And it just wants more. Crazy. Like, at 25 miles an hour, this thing just wants so much more than what I'm giving it. I mean, just look at that. It's just, it wants juice. It just wants to go faster. Crazy. All right, we'll get through town here. Minturn, beautiful. There's Kirby's. Awesome food, awesome people. And then we go to 35 here. See if it can take it. Oh yeah, it just wants more. You can just give this thing more than 35, it will take it. It wants it, but let's get through the neighborhood first. Definitely don't want to get a speeding ticket on a freaking e-bike. Oh, already, yeah, it's going 40 on an e-bike and a 35. Whatever that means. We're at 36 right now, but we'll definitely get on it here in a second. I mean, to keep up with traffic is just kind of freaking crazy, honestly. It's just so smooth at 36 miles an hour. It says 38, 39, let me get on it now. 40. 41, 42, woo, 43 miles per hour, woo! I mean, this is where, like, having like a Talaria or whatever would come in handy to handle that type of terrain right there. That's where you would have like a Talaria to just zip up that without having much worry. I mean, I'm sure, you know, this thing here in mode 3 is not going to have any trouble going up. This is like super steep and super rocky, and I don't recommend this for anybody, but you can see it's going to power up this, and that's just insanely crazy. That's insanely crazy. That's really just kind of nuts, to be kind of honest with you. That it's, oh my God, it, like, if you give it some juice, it like really gets. Okay, so there's that. I don't want to just go up. I mean, it's obviously going to go up that. But this is like super steep and super crazy. That was kind of stupid, especially that first part. It was soft and it was steep. And it's just, it's probably not necessarily great for the e-bike. I don't, maybe probably won't hurt it, but anyway. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's crazy. Not recommended to do that up or down, in my opinion, just in general. Because, you know, I don't think this bike is necessarily made for off-road. It's more definitely made for trail and road, for sure. I mean, that's just the setup it is. Anyway, let's zip on through here. This thing is so zippy. Well, I'll get back down to mode 2. Let's buzz it on through, and check it out. It is beautiful. Look at this. This is Cross Creek. I'm gonna jump over here real quick and just kind of show you just the beautifulness of where we get to ride our e-bikes around here in Colorado and why they're so freaking popular. And this is Cross Creek right here. This is beautiful. Now this is my favorite water source in Colorado, is Cross Creek, for many reasons, but super beautiful. Check it out. Awesome. The goat. Power bikes. Power goat. Look at that thing. That thing is so gorgeous. Looks so good out here in the sun, doesn't it? Gorgeous. No flats. It's handling all terrain. That's good. Not that I was worried anyway, but look at that thing. Looking good. And that's kind of like the dim light that comes on when you just turn the thing on. Which, you know, it's dim and it's just enough, and, you know, whatever. All right. Let's cruise on through here. I definitely smell someone enjoying the herb over there, and kind of saw them scurrying off out of the corner of my eye, so we'll leave them be and let them enjoy their peace and scenery. Oh, it's like an M&M. I like the Tennessee version of M&M. Man, these things are great. Just having an e-bike is just freaking cool. Just for the mere fact you could go absolutely anywhere and everywhere. I mean, it's just such a smooth ride. I almost feel like leaving it out there in the heat or in the sun and letting it warm up and soften up that seat helped a lot too, because the heat just softened it up, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's zip on down through here. We've done some speed tests. We've done some off-road testing. And I think we need to do some hill climb testing. And we're going to go up Whiskey Hill after we go through Minturn here. So I'm going to do another speed test now that we've used that battery some. It doesn't seem to be sagging much because we're still under throttle at 64 volts. Crazy. Woo! Here we go. Man, what a day. It's like the perfect day. And when you have this thing like at speeds, like when you're 25 and over, it's so smooth. Like shockingly smooth at high speeds. Which was like, I guess the discussion that I was having with my friends. Look at this big beaver dam. I'll show you a big beaver dam real quick. Which was the discussion I was having with my friends about this e-bike. Was like, you know, what's it going to be like at high speeds? Is it going to be stable or unstable? And we were all thinking it'd probably be a little unstable and a little scary, but it wasn't. See, it's a big beaver dam right there. It's huge. So this is retaining a lot of water, great place to fish. Throw some lines, which is where I come fishing a lot. The fish aren't really big in here, they're just a lot of them. And I'll show you this side of the beaver dam. So to get an idea of, look at that. This is where I live here. This is amazing. It's just incredible, you know? I mean, right over there is Lions Head Rock. This Cougar Ridge that goes through there. Cross Creek. It's just gorge. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh. This thing is absolutely ludicrous. Good Lord. 42. Just, holy cow. That's just nuts. Absolutely crazy. If this thing goes over 40 miles an hour, absolutely just crazy. Just crazy. Absolutely ludicrous. I don't even know what to say. That's something I never thought I'd experience on an electrical bike. I don't even know what to call it at this point. Legit. I'll call it legit. I'll call it as advertised. And then some. They didn't tell me the comfortability factor, the cool factor. They didn't tell me that part. But good Lord, this thing's just crazy. Alright. I think what we need to do now is cruise on through here, through my old hometown of Minturn, USA. Minturn, as the locals call it. And let's see what this bike has to offer on the cruise home, and then a nice little hill climb test to see what it does on Whiskey Hill. On, like, not really depleted battery, but just, you know, a bike that we've been riding all day and doing the review on. So it's going to be really unique and really cool just to see how it does. This thing is just freaking silly, is what it is. That's just ridiculous. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Okay, so here we go. We're now back in Eagle Vale, my hometown, and we're getting ready to do the hill climb of the review. And this is the Whiskey Hill challenge part that I've done on many e-bikes before, and we're just going to leave it in third gear, throttle only, and we're going to see what the 110 Newton meters of torque has to offer us. Oh my gosh, like, not even like a challenge. It's almost like I'm going up this on a motorcycle. because that I don't feel like it lagging at all. Like I don't feel like it acting much different than flat ground. That's crazy. This is a really steep hill, and it's a long steep hill. So let's see, I'm gonna slow down a little bit in the curve here and see what. It don't even care. It doesn't even care. This is unreal. This is crazy. This is super impressive. I'm super impressed right now. We're going like, okay, here, let me throttle it up. We're going 28 miles an hour, 29 miles an hour. 30 miles an hour uphill. Uphill. That's crazy. And if we would have had more momentum coming up that hill instead of slowing around the curves and stuff, it would have been more. No doubt. Because, you know, with anything, any vehicle, anything, it's about momentum and torque. And the torque is measured in e-bikes as Newton meters. And this has 110 for an inline hub drive motor. That's a lot of Newton meters for an inline hub drive motor. Ask any Zoo's 1100 owner. You know what I mean? Or 1200. That 50 amp controller just makes a huge difference with that 60 volts, and you're just zippity doo dah zippity a. Oh man. Look at that. That is beautiful. Unbelievable. I mean, it just cruised up Whiskey Hill basically like it was. That's not a Whiskey Hill challenge for the Power Goat. Let's just put it that way. It's just a hill. A mere slight obstacle, if you will, was that hill. There's my country boy M&M again. Anyways, let's head on down. And let's wrap up the final review of the Goat Power Bikes Power Goat, which is, I'll be honest with you, man, I don't think there's anything it can't handle. Truthfully, out of the box. That's out of the box. Crazy. Yeah, makes a big difference when you have these brakes. These 4-piston hydraulic brakes, front and rear, 203 rotors, makes a huge difference. It's like I said, there's just a lot of pieces to this e-bike that are bigger than the average e-bike stuff. If we can make it up, oh man, I guess so. I wondered about the wheelbase, and I was like, oh man, can we make it up? And yes. I knew we could make it up this thing, though. I mean, I've already proved that when we were up in Malloy Park. Oh my God. That's really steep. This is hilarious. This is absolutely freaking hilarious. I'll go around the golf thing here. This is the golf tee area. Oh my gosh. Check it out. Put this thing more in the sun here where we can shed light on the situation. And there it is. That is one heck of a cruise. I haven't experienced anything like that ever on an electric vehicle, a PV, a personal electric vehicle ever. I mean, I'm just speechless, dumbfounded. Wow, the Power Goat by Goat Power Bikes. The 60 volt, 50 amp controller, 20 amp hour battery, 2,000 watt inline hub drive motor that peaks at 2,600 watts. That's right, I said 2,600 watts. 43 miles per hour according to the GPS on the phone. 110 newton meters of torque. Full suspension e-bike. Huge long seat. I love the banana seats. I love the big long benchy banana seats. The cafe cruisers, you know, I love these style bikes. This is my style bike now. I don't like the bicycle style seat. It's just like a small little thing to sit on. It's not as comfortable. This, I can move back and forth. I can take a passenger. I mean, it's just awesome. It is absolutely awesome. The things I love about it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I love the brakes. I love the 200, and I'm gonna shorten this down. I like the 203 millimeter rotors. The 4 piston hydraulic brakes. The big huge triple fork suspension seems to be really nice. Handles well. The lights are amazing. It's got turn signals, which is really cool. Big old honking battery. It's heavy. It comes with the mud guards. It comes with the rear foot pegs too. That whole tool set. Look at that. You can take a passenger now. You can take your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, on this bike. I love that it has the hub wheels. You know, I really like the Maggie type hub wheels. You know, no spokes, nothing to worry about. The tires it comes with are pretty decent too. Those are the Innova tires that it comes with. I think it's 35 PSI that you have to set those up to. On our rating, on here, I'll read it off to you. On our rating here, we were running around for like an hour today, a little bit over an hour. Top speed was 43 miles an hour, and distance was 17 miles, and we're still at 59.2 volts, and it says 54%. So 17 miles distance, and we were pretty much throttle only, and we did the uphill challenge too. And a couple speed challenges. We ragged that thing out. The only time we pedaled was just to see how it would pedal just through town, just for like a couple minutes, not even a couple minutes probably. So I mean, if we're talking 17 miles on 20 amp hour, 54%, you're looking at safely 30 miles on throttle only. That's pretty cool. What a great bike. What a great bike. The suspension was great. And like what I said is you can just hand turn it here, you know, it clicks. It's hand clicking, you know, there. I mean, it's just a really, really fun bike. Super comfortable. I could feel the seat breaking in. You know, I mean, 60 volt e-bike. I've never ridden one before. I don't know how to compare it to another 60 volt e-bike. All I know is overall rating on this e-bike by far is a 9.5, and if I had another e-bike to compare it to and it was better than that, I probably would give it that never heard of 10. But 9.5 out of 10 on this e-bike. It is amazing. This is incredible. This is the most amazing personal electrical vehicle that I've been on. It just is. Now, when you're going to buy this thing, you know, just check with your local laws and regulations before you go spend a bunch of money on this bike. Please subscribe to my channel, please. I beg of you, I need it. I need more subscribers. I'm going to go on many adventures on this bike, many adventures on my other bikes, many adventures on these e-bikes. I'm going to talk about them, and even repairs that I do on them, and maintenance I do on them, and how to take care of them. This e-bike right here, check it out. There it is, the goat Power Bikes, Power Goat, coming in at $23.99. They've got a little bit discount right now, but this is the great news. If you use my code, my discount code, Colorado Adventure Channel, you're gonna save a hell of a lot more than what they're giving you off of that bike. Plug that puppy in and see. Go in that cart, put it in the cart, plug it in if you're interested in buying this. Because I'm gonna save you a lot more money. You'll save a couple $100 on this puppy if you put in my code. Try that. You would be crazy not to get it. And if you get this bike now, you're looking at getting delivery early June. I ordered mine all the way back in February, so I was so excited, and I didn't get it till almost before my birthday, almost middle of May, first week in May. Well, second week in May, actually. So there's that. So, I mean, think about it. Go ahead and get it now so you can get yours off that shipment that's coming in now. You can get it in early June. Not have to wait near as long as I did. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait, I don't know, at the end of the summer when you can't ride it no more. Hurry up and get it now while you could ride it this summer. This e-bike is absolutely incredible. Get you one, get you two, get you three, get you four. These bikes are amazing. The people at GOAT are amazing. GOAT Power Bikes is amazing. They make some really cool things. Shout out to Wyoming Rider, my buddy out there. Thank you for getting me involved with this wonderful machine. It is so incredible. It's just amazing. I really think the world of you, dude. You're my brother. Fist, baby. Until our next adventure, this is Kris with the Colorado Adventure Channel. Get you a GOAT bike. Whether it's the Power Goat, the Motor Goat, whatever, get you a GOAT bike. Use my code again, Colorado Adventure Channel, my coupon code, and save a lot more money. Get you these e-bikes. They sell out quick, and they sell out, in the early part of the summer, the good ones do. So get it now, get it quick, get you one, get you two, get you three. Anyways, again, this is Kris from the Colorado Adventure Channel. Until our next adventure, peace.